morning, folks. We're at Overland of America for the Saturday's activities. And first things first, cheers. A little fresh coffee at camp. Basically today I'm going to be walking around a lot of the Expo and showing you guys some rigs, some vendors, some events, some activities. And before we get to that though, definitely need to cook up some breakfast. And also my larger of the two power banks that is tied to my solar didn't really get recharged at all yesterday, so I'm actually like kind of struggling on battery power right now, and that's mainly because the way I'm parked is just not getting a lot of sun, especially with the tent popped. So I think today I may actually just unpop the tent so that way the solar panel is a little more flat, and then as the sun moves across the sky it'll obviously get recharged a lot more efficiently. So that's the plan. Get the solar panel ready, and then get breakfast ready, and get ready for today's activities. Don't know if you guys can see that, but with the tent popped, I was only getting about 25 watts of solar. Now we're getting 55, so that should help this thing, 56, recharge a bit over the day. I actually just ran out and grabbed water, and then reversed the truck to face the sun a bit better, so that way collecting a bit more solar, and then the fridge won't obviously die today. I've got a backup power bank, but right now the fridge power bank is chilling at about 29%, so definitely not ideal, but I think we'll be in better shape than we were yesterday. So I'm gonna head over to the vendors section and take a look at some of the different products and everything that they've got going on. I actually spoke to a company yesterday who is doing a very similar camper to the GFC, but they actually had one feature on it that I just absolutely loved, which was a fold down rear sliding window, which I'll try and show you guys if I can spot them again and get them to showcase their product a bit, because I think it's really cool. And if you watched the last videos, literally the thing I was saying is my biggest gripe with the GFC. So let's without further ado, go check it out. Now, one thing there's plenty of here are Jeeps, like Jeeps everywhere, but you're missing a crucial piece here, which is old Toyotas, which is obviously my favorite. I actually spotted a couple Defenders yesterday, but this has to be one of my favorite vehicles at this entire expo. Old 4Runner, lifted, Chevy 63 swap, solid axles. Well, actually, these might have come with a solid axle up front, but just super clean. Actually was talking to the owner yesterday about it, and didn't realize, and he enlightened me, that the sunroof on these is actually the same as the first gen Tacoma, and I've been looking for a sunroof factory cover, which are hard to find, but now I know that I can actually expand my search to, like, I think it's 87 or 88 4Runners. So big shout out to this guy, keeping this beauty on the road. Super cool. So yesterday I was stumbling around vendors trying to, see what was going on, and I stumbled upon these folks here, Maddox Outdoors campers, and I was really intrigued because if you watched my last video, one of my biggest complaints with the camper that I have is the non-existent sliding back glass to get a little airflow in there, especially when I'm like stealth camping or sleeping down below. So I'm gonna have Jordan here walk around their camper and give you guys a little insight on what this cool product looks like.
Hey guys, I'm Jordan. I'm an ambassador here with Maddox Outdoors. So this is our Maddox Drift camper. So this camper fits all full-size and mid-size trucks. Fits long bed and short bed. This is a full aluminum construction, so constructed out of 1/8 inch thick aluminum, all one piece, welded, riveted together. And then we also have a one-piece gasket that goes around to make sure that no water gets in. So we have a full pass-through system through this, so both of these doors open up and hold each other up so that You know, you can stand up in there. You don't have to get out when it's raining, cold, anything like that. We also have this sliding glass window back here. So that window actually fully comes out so that you can clean it, allow some airflow in there. So the main thing with ours is that everything you see here is everything that you get. So this comes with the tent flies, it comes with the ladder, it comes with the front and rear windows. So those are all, you know, included in the base price. This full system weighs just under 300 pounds. That's the tent and the camper shell. You can find all of our products. You can, you know, inquire about stuff at maddoxoutdoors.com.
Super nice folks over there at Maddox. And yesterday I was just kind of like blown away with how cool how cool the product is that they're bringing to market. I was talking to Jordan. It sounds like they really just got started up in the springtime, so relatively new, but they're bringing designs and features that I think most of the pop top pass-through campers should be offering. So it's just really cool to see that and then see the engineering behind it. And I was actually asking them if they're working on like the next style of camper. He said they're already underway. They're going to be changing a few dimensions, a few things with the camper shell as well as the tent. So very excited to see what they come up with. And if that was V1, I can't wait to see what V2 looks like. Just a nicely outfitted 3rd gen Tacoma. It's crazy what a lift and off-road bumpers will do. Got to get Morgan on the off-road bumper life, because that really just makes the truck sit a heck of a lot taller. I'd be curious to know how much cutting, and because I know on her truck, like, she could go bigger tires, but I think you have to actually like cut part of the fender well or the body part of the frame to be able to fit without rubbing and all that good stuff. But what a cool style Tacoma. Oh wow, it's got like the yellow tint with the safety racing. That's so cool, man. Really like how this thing's outfitted. And it's got the is it quad camper topper with a GFC V2. That's actually the Pro tent up top. Very nice combination. Now technically the event started yesterday. I got here early, about 8 a.m. yesterday, and just kind of wanted to feel out the event for the first day, get situated camping wise, see the layout of everything. And then actually last night they had a massive pool party over here at the Lazy River and Pool, and did a big raffle giveaway, which was really fun to watch. So I'll throw in a little sequence here of last night's pool party. So definitely just really cool that they put that kind of stuff on. It's definitely more, I think what they're going for here is less of an expo, still an expo with vendors and some of the industry leaders, but also just a lot of activities, a lot of like cool stuff to do around the event. So you're not just, I'm probably gonna get copyrighted for the music here, so I'll start walking the other way. But basically doing activities, tutorials, like they did, I watched one yesterday on how to safely operate a hijack lift, which I think, even including myself, a lot of people are pretty nervous about using those and tend to go towards like bottle jacks and even just like floor style jacks that they bring out on the trail. And I think having that education is what makes a big difference. And honestly, after watching that tutorial, the hijack lifts have a ton more use cases than like your typical bottle jack. So he was explaining how you can use it to not only lift something, but spread something, I think pull something. You can use it as, I didn't get to see this part, but he's explaining, you could actually use it as a type of winch. So same tool, 15 different use cases versus something like a bottle jack or a floor jack. So the more you know, the more you know. Got an entire another section here of vendors to go by, and I see an old 4Runner, so we're definitely gonna make a pit stop, but whew, it is toasty. Now I know I said I like that other 4Runner, but I think this one may take the cake just because it's it's in really good shape. And honestly, I really love this like kind of matte, I don't know if that's a wrap or if that's paint. Looks like paint, but that matte color looks really good, especially with the black factory top. Just such a clean looking rig. And he's got some gauges up there. I wonder if he's got it boosted or what, but big old beefy Toyota solid axle up front. Just such a cool rig. So it's about 12:45. Figure make a little lunch. And then the next event I definitely want to make it to is the Barbie Jeep downhill race, which is basically like, I don't know, maybe a couple 100 yards of just pretty intense downhill with a massive water pit at the bottom. So everyone takes their Barbie Jeeps or like big wheels and races down. So it should be pretty hilarious, and I definitely want to make that. And then later on tonight we have the film, what is it called? Film festival. So it's going to be a bunch of the creators that have put together movies specifically for this event. Everyone's going to kind of gather around and watch that. So, and then the after party, which should be cool. So very much looking forward to it. Pretty hot out here. It's about 95 degrees. These flies are all over my food. It's nasty. So I'm going to crush some lunch and then crush some filming of the Barbie Jeep downhill race. So just landed poolside. It's a little toasty out. Not sure if I'm gonna jump in. They've got a whole like lazy river here, but I did stop by the vendor shop, or not the vendor shop, but the event shop, and picked up a adventure badge. Unfortunately, it's for last year, for 2024, which I didn't make it to, and they didn't have any 2025 badges, so it'll have to do. And I think it's kind of cool, honestly, that you know, have one for the first year that they actually did it. So it's an annual event here in Jay, Oklahoma, and last year was the first year. This will be year number 2. So kind of cool to have the original badge nonetheless. And they threw in actually a nice little sticker. Gotten so many stickers from a lot of you guys that have stopped by, other creators. It's crazy how many of you guys have actually stopped by and said hey, and that you watch the channel and whatnot. So that's been really cool to meet some of you. And shout out to all of you that did make the trip out here. And I'm gonna sit back, enjoy a little bit of the shade, and hopefully at this point you're seeing this clip and the music is not blaring and I don't get copyrighted. So we'll see how that pans out for me. Out here at the Barbie Jeep downhill. It's gonna be a heck of a time. All the different competitors have different style, like Barbie Jeeps more or less, and you basically cook down this hill and end up in a massive like water pit, which yesterday was not very full of water, so I'm hoping today they actually added some. And they're blaring the music, so once again, hoping I don't get copyrighted here, but I'm gonna bring you guys in for the races and show you some of the vehicles that we have loaded up. So yesterday when I was here, this was very bare minimum amount of water. They've added maybe a couple feet, which should cover these, honestly, kids that are doing this. This is gonna be wild. So here we have some of the contenders, a couple of Cadillacs, Jeep, the Kawasaki, the what I would call the K-van. We've got a pickup truck and the Minnie Mouse rig. So it's looking like the first round, we've got the bright pink K-van, the pickup truck, I believe the white Hummer. Where's your money?
on the pink.
Pink van?
Yeah.
Pink van?
The smallest car is gonna have. The guy on the far left here with the helmet, small car, absolutely. Let's go.
What's your reasoning?
Looks agile.
1, 2, 3, drop!
All right, left to right. Round two, we've got, I believe it's a Jeep on the right. We've got the Kawasaki in the center, and something else on the left.
Go!
Round three, it's looking like the Green Monster. We've got an Escalade and potentially a Chevy truck.
All right, we're ready for
Let's get your take. Who you got on this one?
My husband in the middle.
Husband in the middle. Okay, here we are. I like the reflective headlights you have on that. That's a nice addition. Any modifications done to the vehicle?
Yes, no plastic on the bottom. We took all that off because last year it all broke when it came down.
So we'll see how it plays out for him. What's your take? What do you got on this?
I don't got anybody up there, but I think that middle will win.
You think so?
Yeah.
You're going with the Escalade. Okay. Thoughts? Who do you got on this race? Oh man, whoever's Tigger holding, man. I feel lucky about him. Maybe it's the onesie.
This is a blast! Let's do it! On everyone, thank you!
Well, it's been a couple hours since the downhill race, which was just an exceptional time to watch. We've got some hot dogs just cooking up on the stove right now, and then in just under half an hour, or 40 minutes, be heading over to the movie festival, or the film festival, which is put on by some of the larger creators here. So excited to see what they come up with, and hopefully get some ideas for my own content, you know what I mean? And so I think they have 5 or 6 films, if you will, and everyone's going to gather underneath the, I want to say it's like a pavilion, so should be exciting. Looking forward to seeing what others create.
Well, the guy built this for his daughter's wedding. It's got a full apartment.
It's just us. And we're free.
Good morning on this Sunday from Overland of America. Today is going to be really the day everyone checks out, heads home, and says goodbye to this wonderful event until next year. And I'm hoping to make it out to more of these. This was a really good time. It was definitely my first type of overlanding expo, or even event for that matter. I've been to lots of like lowered car shows and all that stuff, but this is the first time I've been to something like this that was dedicated to overlanding, and it was just a really great time. I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting other creators. I think the creator corral here with all the creators parked together was just such a good idea. So really got to talk shop with a lot of cool people, figure out how they, you know, manage their content and how to optimize things to help themselves and help each other grow on the platform. So that was really cool. And I have a plethora of stickers here, so I just want to go through and give some shout outs to all the people that either gave me their sticker, stopped by and said hello. I think they all deserve it as much as anybody. So this is Big Rock Overland. We've got Warriors on the Road. We've got Off-Road DS Custom Garage. I actually really like the sticker. We were talking about it. I like that it's mimics kind of like your state park badge. It's very cool. We've got Uphill Outdoors, and this guy just dropped this off with me. I have no idea. Midwest Adventure Outdoors Mayo, real Mayo. That's a hilarious little sticker. We'll find a good spot for that. Gentleman that came by to check out the Tacoma Crawlers for Christ. That is a cool sticker. Big fan of that. And then we've got Semper Gumby. I'll put his channel stuff there if you want to go scoop that up. And we have Overland Trails, Shannon and Dana. Boom. I'm probably going to block the QR code, but there you go. And then we have Jason and Ellie. Sorry, I always mess up the J names. Jordan and Ellie over at Maddox Outdoors. Really love that camper. Really cool to see people pushing the limits and the boundaries without being, you know, the biggest name brand in the industry. So very cool. And a very special shout out to Danny and his wife, who is referred to as corporate from the Cran Brotherhood. Thank you for making me feel so much at home. Such great people here at this event this weekend, and I hope you guys enjoyed the recap video. I didn't really know what to expect going into it and exactly how to film it, because obviously this is very different from my typical videos, and you know, I like to have a little bit more of an idea of how I'm gonna film it, what the storyline is. But with something like this, you just gotta kind of go into it with arms wide open and see what happens. So it may have been a little bit chaotic, but it was a heck of a lot of fun to be here and to film. So thank you all so much for watching, and make sure you hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Comments down below what you want to see in the next, you know, Expo video or the next camping video. I'm going to be heading back home today, and at least towards Tennessee, and probably camp out a night or two on my way back. So with that being said, guys, I love you all. Keep elevating. Adios.